Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Broad Motherfucking Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my co-host,
Alex Scarlato. Hello, Kimberly.
Hi.
As I understand, our country is falling apart as we speak.
You know, my mom called me this morning to let me know that something was going on, and I said, "Don't tell me I have a podcast at 3." She was like, "Are you sure it's breaking news? It's really crazy. It's really crazy out there." And I said,
She said, "Don't tell me. I want to try to figure it out with my friend."
I was like, I'm going to use the context clues off Twitter. This is what I know.
Okay.
The Capitol, protests, riots. That's it.
You don't know anything about who's protesting, which side it is?
Oh, I think it's Trump's side.
Yes.
From what I've read.
Nailed it.
So that's the whole thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, a woman got shot. That's all I know.
Huh. Hold on.
Do you know where they raided?
I have my AirPods in like an idiot, and I still have the sound coming out of my computer.
Bobby's quizzing us now on current events. Current events being like events that are happening at this exact moment we're being quizzed on.
Oh, okay. Wait. Let me see. I didn't have my chat open. Let's see. What is he saying? Do you know where they raided? The Capitol.
The Capitol, bro. That's final answer.
I said that, right? The Capitol's a place, right?
Yeah. Are you thinking of it? What kind of capital are you thinking of? Is his question, I think.
I have no idea what the Capitol is. I'm not going to lie.
So I think it's the Capitol building, right?
Capitol. Okay, yeah. What I assumed was it was the Capitol building, and it's the place that's in charge of all the law stuff. The government stuff.
Exactly.
It's got all the government paperwork in it, is what I think.
I think you nailed it. I think that like important like elected officials are kind of walking around the Capitol. That's how I picture it. With like elected officials there, you know?
Okay. That's where they just hang out.
I think
that's their building. That's their work. Why do we make it fancy? That's their work building.
That's their work building. Yeah. Like that's where they shoot the shit by the water. Right.
Some people are like, make TV, and they're like, I work at the WB building, the Warner Brothers building. And that's the Capitol is the workplace for the government officials.
Yeah. Anyway, it's being attacked and like burned down or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know.
I like a little change. What's going on? Who's burning?
I'm not sure. I've been podcasting all day. It's like when you're podcasting all day, you don't have any time to learn things that you might be able to relate on one of the podcasts to the public. I don't know anything. It's fun.
So the thing is, they're mad because Trump's not president. So they're protesting. Yeah. And they think that votes were stolen. This is as much to not, I completely have stayed out of politics since after the election, when Trump got elected. I didn't talk about politics a month after that. Never again. I just stopped talking about it. And I did it like maybe a couple of weeks ago towards the end when he wasn't president anymore. I kind of was like, yeah, fuck off. But I completely stayed out of it because it was so traumatizing.
Yeah, I feel like it's whatever's happening. First of all, this first week of the year for me, like politics aside, has gone so haywire that it's like if I had put any energy, I have no energy to spare on paying attention to who is raiding the Capitol, you know?
Right.
Like I could give a shit.
What are they doing? Are they just running in there and running out? Are they destroying it? Are
they're definitely taking selfies in the offices and shit. It's like they're
being disrespectful.
Yeah, they're just being disrespectful. Like they have no plan, I'm pretty sure. Like there's no like game plan of like, here's what we're trying to accomplish. It's just like a bunch of assholes.
Okay, so there's nothing that they're going to get out of doing that. I mean, they're just stirring up some shit and being like, we want Trump back so bad that we're going to take selfies in the Capitol building.
Yeah, which, as Frank points out, is just evidence that they were the people who fucking stormed and made it in there.
Yeah. And are they being arrested?
I assume so. I mean, they called in like the National Guard and all that, which I'll tell you right now, I couldn't tell you what the National Guard is. What makes it different than the military? I
want it to look worse than it looked like when they had the Black Lives Matter and the George Floyd protests.
I mean, it
should look like, you know, when we saw those videos, how it looked like a different country. It looked like a war in a different place. It needs to look worse than that, or it's not fair. That's my opinion. That's my opinion based off knowing nothing. And I mean, truly finding strong, I understand both sides at times. I have more one side than the other, obviously, but I do get it. But truly, I'm like, it has to be, because that's a way bigger offense. They didn't storm the fucking White House when this happened.
Right. Like in Legion of Skanks, I don't know if you said it on air or off air before, but somebody was saying, like, isn't it running at the Capitol building? Like, couldn't you just like shoot a person down for doing that on any given day of the week? It's like, yeah, I would think so. Like even when you're like visiting a place like that that's got like high government security, you even have the
thought like a terror attack.
Yeah, you're like, if I were to run across the White House lawn, somebody would shoot me dead before I made it halfway, right? Like,
right.
So the fact that that's not happening is just fucking crazy.
When I saw the White House for the first time, the way I was, everybody must feel this way. So tempted to break in and just run across the lawn.
First of all, it's the most perfectly, beautifully kempt lawn you've ever seen in your life. It's a lawn that you just want to roll on. And the fact that nobody steps foot on it. It's stupid that I want to do a slip and slide on the White House lawn. It's like the perfect lawn for a slip and slide, you know?
That would be an incredible video for us to put up the slip and slide on the lawn, sneak it up, do one slide down the lawn. We would go down in history as the girls who slid on the lawn.
Also, what a fun form of protest.
We'd have to have a hot video, though, of us sliding down in slow-mo.
No, Kim, yeah. I mean, my first instinct was to wear bikinis for the slip and slide, but I actually think it's hotter if we get our clothing wet on the slip and slide. Yes, and then we stand up. You know, that iconic picture that we took right after our slip and slide on the White House lawn where we stood up and you could see our nipples through our T-shirts?
We make out because the press is there.
Dude, we would literally go down in American history forever for doing that. Isn't that crazy?
I want to do it right now.
Like, we could be in history books just for doing a slip and slide on the lawn.
Incredible.
They would call it slip and slide gate.
Slip and slide gate. That's what we ran into after we slid to the bottom.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's the way to protest. I don't know about all this violence, people. If you really got a problem, whip out.
Are they being violent? Or are they just going in and...
I'm assuming they're Trump's people. I'm assuming they're being violent for no reason.
So you said someone got shot, too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if the bullet was like a police bullet or a protester. I just have no idea who did the shooting.
Like, I mean, sometimes I want to put in just Google what's happening.
What's happening?
I don't think that, like, in the world, woman shot in the Capitol during protest has died 11 minutes ago. Updated. Whoa. Whoa. A woman who was shot inside the Capitol building after it was overrun by a pro-Trump mob has died. She was shot in the Capitol building.
Was she part of the mob, or was she like an innocent who just needed to be in the Capitol building?
She has not been identified, and no information has been released about who may have shot her. She was a civilian, and his officers were leading an investigation. The woman was pronounced dead at the local hospital. Dustin Sternbeck, a spokesman for the police department, said in an email, Mr. Sternbeck said he did not know yet who shot her or have any other details. Whoa, sad.
Well, someone's going down for murder in this protest.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's just like, it's stupid. I don't know. I just feel like at any... Why?
Trump is jerking off to this.
Yeah, he hadn't said anything about it like all day. I don't know about now. I've literally been podcasting for hours, but Earlier today, there was a point where it was like, he probably should have said something by now, right? But like complete silence.
Damn.
Yeah, it's all wild. It's a sad, sad world. 2021.
That is sad.
No better.
Damn.
Can I tell you how my year started?
Yes.
Well, I mean, actually, New Year's night was lovely. I went to a party in Jersey, and it was really cute. Like the girls at the party had like set up a little like balloon drop for midnight, and it was like a 10-person rave. Like one of the guys there was a DJ, and the girls like set up all these like disco lights, and everybody took Molly and just raved with 10 people. And yeah, he had this like dope beat drop for New Year's, and they pulled a thing and balloons came down, and it was like a party. It should have been for
they
like
had balloons in a net.
Yeah, they had balloons in a net. It literally was a type of party that I was like, this should be 200 people, but there's 10 of us.
Wow, that's so fun.
It was really nice. It was great.
We had such similar New Year's.
What did you do?
I went to my friend Hormos's house, and we just chilled, and they had like rave lights and cool music, and everyone just hung out and did drugs and had fun. And it was like, it should have been a bunch of people because we were all like dancing and having a good time, but it was like 7.
Yeah, no, it felt like there were like, it felt like if I had picked my head up and looked around, there should be 50 people here, but it was only like 5 dudes and 4 other chicks than me.
Yeah. 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 You know, that's the thing about quarantine is it makes small crowds feel big.
I kind of like it though. I don't know. A 10-person party is my type of party, I think.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I don't think it works because the following night I went to another 10-person party for my sweet great aunt who turned 75 years old on New Year's Day.
So sweet.
And when I tell you, it's like my family we were so careful on Christmas. We like weren't touching each other, weren't hugging and kissing, like sort of gave up a little bit by the end of the night, but we were trying really hard. And this was just 1 week later, and we had all just given up and started like hugging and kissing each other. We let the kids blow out the candles on my great aunt's birthday cake.
Oh my God, that your great aunt then ate, your 75-year-old great aunt then ate.
We all ate the cake, baby.
Oh no.
Like I had the children like climbing me like a tree. Like literally, I think my little cousin breathed it directly into my mouth for like a 5-minute period.
What are you and your little cousin doing? What kind of games are you guys playing over there?
I don't know.
Do I need to call someone on you?
My
your cousin's
father,
breathing directly in your mouth playing tree.
My dad and uncle were watching some fucking Discovery Channel show about gold digging, and it bored the kids to death to the point where they just had to like start using me as a jungle gym. And it was a really fun, like I was happy to see my family and everything. It was super fun. But then I drove home and came directly to my boyfriend's house and slept over. Woke up the next day, hung out in his attic all afternoon with such joy, just thinking to myself like, man,
just spreading all your joy to all of his family.
Hanging out in the attic.
You're just spreading all the joy you just got from your family, from your mouth to mouth with your cousin, and you're just spreading the joy to his family.
I was just spreading a little joy, baby.
Okay. Okay.
No, but I'm thinking to myself like, man, I would love to just not have to leave this attic for like 5 days. That's all I want in the world right now. But we had plans to go see Jessica Curson and Dave Attell on Saturday night, me and Bobby.
So good. Okay.
It was going to be the most fun event all year, basically.
What a fun show.
It was the best show ever.
I can't think of 2 people I'd want to see more at the same time.
Right? So me and my boyfriend got in the car and got on the road to Jersey. And my mother, the audacity on her, text messages me. Hey, your cousin has corona. And I was like, wait, we were all together last night. Don't you think this warrants a phone call? Like I called her back. I was like, are you crazy? Are you crazy to text message me? Do you know I'm on my way to a show that's going to have at least 100 people in my vicinity? Are you crazy?
Oh my God.
And yeah, poor Frank. I was supposed to be his ride home from Jersey, but I had to just be like, go fuck yourself. It was awful.
I hope that's exactly what you said too instead. Frank, how'd you get home?
Frank, how did you get home? Were you okay?
I'm dying to know.
Yeah, I took the train there, the NJ Transit rail, and it wasn't bad. It was like an hour ride from Penn Station, and same thing back. I just had to wait outside in the cold for like 45 minutes for the last train. But other than that, it was great.
Oh, okay. Not too bad.
Right. Not so bad. I'll tell you, I felt really terrible, especially canceling like all day long, being like, can't wait for the show, guys. So excited. And then canceling like 25 minutes before the show is going to start. Just such a dick
This is going to
move.
be the best night ever. Can't wait to share all this joy I feel with you.
Yeah. So
I just feel so much joy.
So then we like drove back to my boyfriend's neighborhood and we're like, we didn't know what to do because my parents had been with my cousin for like 3 extra hours than I had been. Like I was with him for maybe 4 hours total, but my parents were with him for like 7 hours total.
At this point, you're just trying to stay in this attic. let's stop doing this math, and you just want to stay with your boyfriend. Don't give us a look because she's looking over at him because the 3 extra hours, it doesn't fucking matter. You just told me you fucked your cousin.
I'll be honest.
Now the 3 extra hours your mom spent in the house is suddenly the deal breaker between you not staying home and you going over there.
See, I'll be honest with you. You have the right idea, but it's actually wrong.
The wrong bitch.
I was arguing that we go back to my house because at my house we could smoke weed. We could smoke weed in the house anywhere. I was like, listen, I don't know whose parents were going to get sick, but we got to stay somewhere. And now I've infected you. So,
I'd rather kill my parents and be able to smoke pot.
So I was like, listen, we got to pick a set of parents and potentially kill them, right?
Whose parents have more money? That's the question.
Well, look around, baby.
I see the attic. The attic looks like a mansion, so I think you made the good choice, baby
Pretty
girl.
sure this guitar is signed by the Rolling Stones.
No.
Genuinely is.
Oh, hilarious.
But yeah, no, I wanted to go to my house and I haven't discussed this with him, but I realized that he just bought the new fucking Assassin's Creed game. And I think that his mentality was like, I can't be away from my Xbox. So we were both doing this thing where we're like, no, let's not get your parents sick. Let's go to my house. It's okay. And we were just fighting over not getting each other's parents sick. Both had,
but it was
ulterior
really
motives.
That's hilarious.
It was so, I haven't discussed this with him, but the way he was being so sweet, he's like, listen, my parents have antibodies already. They had it back in August. I think we should stick it out at my house. I know for a fact that Assassin's Creed is playing a major role in this.
That's so funny.
I know it.
Wait.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I've been watching. Bobby says the game's dope. It's fucking cool. For sure.
Wait, what the fuck was I going to ask you? I can't remember. I'm stoned.
It's okay. If it comes up, just ask me. So yeah, but then when I tell you we drove back here and in the afternoon, all I wanted was to be locked in this attic. And by nighttime, I was like having a panic attack about it. I ordered.
Where do you smoke weed?
We have to go out to my car, which is a whole situation because we like the last couple of days we've been having to put masks on and like wash our hands before we leave and then run out to the car and like
they don't know you're smoking at all.
I don't know. They must. We're adults,
but they don't talk about it. They're not like weed.
They don't talk about it. They're not like our families. Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Do they drink?
Yeah.
A lot.
See,
that never makes sense to me. Just smoke a little pot.
Yeah, no, me too. It's
you got to slip it in when they're drunk. You got to slip it in when they're drunk, and then they can't say shit when they're sober because everyone remembers.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's funny. One of his sister's friends was here the other day, and I was like going downstairs and quickly heard the sister and the friend like breaching the subject of weed with the parents. But I'm not doing it. Not me.
Oh, they were like trying to convince that it was fine.
Yeah. And I heard.
What were the parents saying?
I literally heard the mom say like, well, they say it's a gateway drug. I heard the words gateway drug and I was like, you can't partake in this conversation. Just turn around, leave.
Yeah, because you were also on acid at the moment.
I was fucking high.
Ripped off some DMT.
Yeah, I don't know. This relationship's been going really well so far, but this is a decent test because on Saturday night, the way that I ordered like $123 worth of stuff from 7-Eleven.
Oh my God. And you have a Rolling Stones guitar behind you. It's just two different lifestyles.
I proceeded to eat like a sleeve and a half of Oreos.
Your boyfriend was eating truffle soup, black mushroom truffle soup. And you were like, I'll take some Oreos.
I had Oreos. He didn't even touch the Oreos. He just let me eat sleeves of it on my own. What else? I ordered guacamole from a Mexican restaurant that night. I made multiple orders. I ordered like 5 different sodas. Oh
my God.
He knows I don't drink, but I ordered myself like a root beer, a Dr. Pepper, a Coca-Cola.
Oh my God.
And then by like 11 p.m., I had a tummy ache. I was really nauseous.
Of course.
I felt like I was either going to throw up or have a full diarrhea up in this attic that we were stuck in together.
Oh my God.
Which didn't happen, thankfully. Like, when your stomach is like, listen, I'm either going to blow or you're going to breathe deeply and be fine in a couple hours. It was one of those, and it ended up being the second one. Thank God. Because the number of like new things that I've put him through over the last couple of days is
you guys are really testing the waters.
Unfair.
You guys are testing the waters, truly.
I'll tell you right now, he's been gone. I keep looking over at the door because I'm shocked that he hasn't walked in yet because the way that he's left me alone for the last like 5 hours for the first time in our whole relationship is scaring me.
He's just gone. I've been gone.
He's done. He's over it. This morning, we had to go for our COVID test. We waited in line yesterday for them to be like, go home, we're out of tests. So today we had to get up at 6 a.m. to get online at a place that opens at 9. We got there at 6:30 and we were the second people online. And like 10 minutes after we got there, the line was already fucking down the block. So we got really lucky. But we started standing online at like 6:30 a.m. and by like 6:45, I was just silently crying.
Why?
Because I didn't want to be outside in the cold at 6:30 in the morning. It just was too much for me. I knew that I had this 2.5 hour wait ahead of me before the place even opens up. And I just cried.
Wait. It didn't open till 8?
It didn't open until 9. You have to get online. So we made the mistake yesterday of going there at like 10 a.m. and they were like, you guys are too late. You need to get here before we open because the line gets so long before the place even opens that's about it for the day. That's how hard it is to get a rapid test here. We could have made an appointment for a test that gives you the answer in like 3 or 4 days, but we can't stay in this room together for much longer. We needed to know.
You guys hate each other so much.
No, he's the sweetest person on earth, but like I'm just a little too much right now. Like I could tell. I'm too much for me right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we got on the way home today from our testing, I was like anxious because we didn't have the answer yet. And also I downloaded Disney Plus. I told you this, but like now I'm a Disney adult, and I don't think this was like something he agreed to.
You've just become so unattractive in 2 days.
2 days.
Become a. I gotta tell you though, you're like glowing.
Thank you.
You look great. You look the best I've ever seen you.
The attic's doing me.
You look happy. You look great in an attic. I hate to say it.
No, I mean he's the best, but the way that we were driving home today and I missed the fact that we hadn't watched, I've been awake for too many hours without watching Disney Plus. So I was like, can we just listen to some Disney songs in the car? Which he agreed to, which is crazy to begin with. And
I like that.
You know the song in Beauty and the Beast where she's just greeting everybody in the morning and they all talk shit on her every morning.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Yeah.
He lives to Jamaica with his train.
Yeah. Well, it started there and I was like in a good mood. I was like, yeah, this is what I need. It's like 9:30 in the morning. I've been up for fucking 4 hours for no reason. This is what I need. And like, I guess I just let the playlist play. And by like 3 songs later, we were on Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas.
Oh, I will get into. I mean, I'm not going to lie. if I'm in a car, there's a probably 1 in 5 chance I'm doing Disney. I'm more obnoxious. I do Disney karaoke.
See, I got to get into that. That's good.
So I'll just do my own voice. And I like the karaoke. If you find the right karaoke YouTube channel, they'll do the ones with the voice in the background. So they'll let you hit like the other parts, and then they'll come in with the chorus with you.
See, I really like that.
I love it.
Yeah, I did Colors of the Wind today, and it reminded me of my grandmother because I used to sing it to her when I was like 5. She'd be like, "Can you do that song that I like?" And I'd sing her Colors of the Wind, and she'd grant me all of her attention for 3 minutes. And literally, as the song is playing in the car today, I'm like laughing
crying
and smiling and singing along to it, and then suddenly just crying so hard.
He's so done. He's so done. Alex, I'm done with you, and I'm not even there. I don't even want to be your friend anymore. From everything I've heard.
So wildly over it. And the way that I'm like working deep into the night when he's finally done with his workday and just wants to watch a movie. And I'm like sitting there half paying attention to him and half editing podcasts. I feel like an awful girlfriend. And to add to it, my parents haven't gotten rapid tested. My mom is showing symptoms.
No.
And they're not going to get their tests back for 3 to 5 days.
No.
So I can't go home without not being potentially
you can't go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of there. Is what you're saying.
I can't go home. I just have to be a nuisance on these sweet people's lives for a few.
I'm sure it's not as bad as you think.
Feels awful. The way that I've been like, I need another soda. Can you ask your parents to get me one from the basement?
No.
Well, now it'll be a little better because now we could leave the attic with we're both negative. So we know that we're not we could move about the house freely. But for the last couple of days, it has been, I'm a burden.
Probably because you need so many things and he's a guy. So he needs one sip of water and to come once a day. And that's it.
All he needs is the Xbox controller and Assassin's Creed. It's a good thing we stayed here because it's got everything he needs.
He just needs less of one thing, if you know what I mean.
He really just needs me to shut the fuck up for 5 minutes.
I bet you talk so much. I bet you just not. I bet you non-stop.
I talk so much. I do bits.
Oh.
I lose myself in a bit that's not even making sense anymore, but my mouth is still going. I fucking hate it.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm talking about when you're doing a character, but you know it doesn't make sense or fit the context or whatever. You're just doing it to hear your own fucking self-talk.
Yep.
That's me.
Oh no, that's so funny. Well, I mean, could be worse.
It could be worse. It could be worse. No, I'm just glad. I'm glad we're not COVID positive and have him be sick and me annoying him while he's sick.
Yeah, right. That would be the worst.
Yeah.
He can't smell and you're annoying.
Yeah. I texted him before we started the show to be like, hey, I'm going to start my show soon, just so you know. And the way that I think he left the house for a while to get away from me.
Oh, no, he needs a break.
I get it. I really do.
Well, you look cute. You're doing great.
Thank you.
I'm fucking so bothered by this table behind me that I've been trying to build for 2 days.
Yeah, Kim, we were video chatting before the show, and Kim told me that the table behind her only looks together, but it's balancing instead of having screws in it. It
is so barely. If anyone tried to sit on that, something would go up their ass.
If I blew on it.
No, I'm not even talking in that direction because it might fall over.
The vibrations from your voice might knock something loose.
Yeah.
Why do you have a lamp on it? Just forget the lamp.
The lamp has nothing to do with it. I'm waiting for my nightstand to come in. So it's just holding my lamp until my nightstand comes in.
No, I'm saying it shouldn't be holding anything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the table's fine. It's the chairs that won't get put together. And that's the most frustrating part is I only have a table and it's I can't even sit at it.
Hold on. Have you actually tried to sit in the chair or have you just put it together and said it looks like a chair now?
This is the problem with the chairs. I'm pissed. First of all, the fucking package came with missing parts. Like you could tell the machine, like, you know, when they have the nuts and bolts and the pieces and it's like A, B, C, D or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that the last one was cut. The middle of the package is cut. It's perfectly sliced, like a machine that slices the ones that separates the different packages. It cut through my bolts and that I have one empty package. So I'm missing bolts.
You need bolts. And it's not like you know where to just go out and find the proper correct bolts. There's like things there's things that I would never. Have you ever this was for Stone Science. For the Stone Science Fair, one time I had to
Frank's
go
at Home Depot.
I had to go to Home Depot. Frank, go fuck yourself. There's no way I could take you into a Home Depot with a bolt that's in my hand and say, find me this bolt in this Home Depot. The bolts aisle goes for fucking miles in that place, okay? There's bolts from the 1800s.
Wait, hold on. You're telling Frank that it is impossible to bring a bolt into Home Depot and that they would find it?
They might find it, but if you can't find a person to help you in Home Depot, you're not going to find that particular fucking bolt.
I don't see the problem. I'd just look for the person. It's easier to find an employee than it is the bolt.
On a busy day, man, I had to go find a specific bolt.
You got to stand behind them while they're helping someone else and just stare.
You got to breathe.
Dude, I just go like this. And if the person's asking too many questions, I go, real quick, do you know where this bolt is? In the middle of the aisle, end of the aisle?
Oh, you're good.
I asked for hints or anything.
You'll do a quick interrupting a stranger?
Oh, if the stranger is wasting my time with some bullshit.
The way that if the person in front of me is trying to pick out bathroom tiles with their whole family, I'll let them finish the process before jumping in.
Alex, no. I will let them finish if they're asking legitimate questions about like, they're like, oh, you know, which one do I need? Like what I need or like, but if they're standing with someone asking them their opinion on paint chips or a ladder or just like talking some bullshit, just trying to small talk, I go, sorry, real quick. I have to. I can't just stand there.
No, you're right.
And there's time for that because you can go like this real quick. Is this bolt in the middle of the aisle or the end, you know, right off? And if they don't know, I go, okay, whenever you're done, will you just meet me over there? And I'll just go keep looking while I wait.
I hate Home Depot. I'm going to say this right now.
I love it.
I don't know if it's just because my parents were the people who were fucking comparing ladders for 2 years in there when I was a kid, where I'm like, it's a ladder, okay? One is taller than the other one. You pick the one you need. It shouldn't take this long, you know? Like buying a grill at Home Depot could take 9-10 hours for my parents.
Wait, so when you were doing Stone Science, you couldn't find a bolt?
I needed a bolt. I needed a specific kind of bolt, and it wasn't even like that specific. I needed to be able to use it for a gravity bong. It needed to be like, it needed to fit the right space that I needed and have an opening in it. And the way that I ended up spending like $25 on a set of like 30 bolts where there were 2 or 3 bolts that were the size that I needed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's annoying like that.
It's the worst. I just need a man to do those things.
Yeah, I just realized that I've been really frustrated that I can't put together the chairs, and I just realized it definitely is because those bolts are missing. I was like, I didn't need them. I'm like, no, that definitely has to be why they're not fitting.
Yeah, you need every piece. That's why they don't give you extras. They're not like, here, have a couple bolts.
I was like, it looks like it can fit without those, and no.
Nah.
You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to call them. I got this shit at Wayfair. I'm calling them, and I'm telling them they have to refund me fully.
I haven't trusted Wayfair since the lady cabinets.
Me neither, but I gave it a go because
it's like there's a few companies that I won't order from Wish. I won't order from Wayfair. Wish especially.
Do you think the Wayfair thing was real?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I just feel like the other day you and I were talking on the phone and we thought of our own conspiracy theory that sounded so real. We wanted to spread it on the show, but now I can't remember what it was. We made it up, but it's good.
It was a good conspiracy theory. What the fuck was our conspiracy?
It was good.
What was it?
I can't remember. Well, I was talking about Disney Plus. It might have come from a Disney Plus thing because I was saying how I had popped it on and I felt like a warm blanket of love surrounded me. And I thought that there might be like subliminal messages making you feel like a kid. But we went beyond that. It was so good, whatever it was.
God damn it. Did we figure out the world and forget?
We figured out like the answer to like whether there's
to
God.
life. And we just forgot. It's like, have you seen The Good Place?
Yeah, I love that show.
I love how Ted Danson plays God in it, and he has that picture of the dude. She goes, "Who's that?" And he's like, "Oh, that's Michael or whatever." He's like, he did mushrooms one time and got the closest to figuring it all out. It's like that is so funny to me.
Oh, yeah, no, he was the one guy who got the closest.
He got 99.8% of it right of all of the universe.
Yeah, I can't remember.
He's kind of a big deal around here.
We love Michael.
Oh shit. I've been reading. I got back onto Glitch in the Matrix.
That's fun. I feel it's still glitching. It's like you could read the subreddit or not, but this bitch still glitching, you know?
Did I tell you that I had a personal glitch happen at poker?
No, but actually my mom and I had a glitch happen, but it was just weird. I can't explain it, but go on, tell me yours.
Okay, let's share glitch stories. So I was playing poker with my friends, as I do, and I'm to the left of me is a friend, to the right of me is a friend, and then there's like 3 other people. And everybody's out except for the guy to the left of me and a guy across from us. And the guy to the left of me and the guy across from us, they both go all in. So there's so much money in the pot. It's a huge hand. It's a huge deal. It's the beginning of the game. So everybody's like, holy shit, one of them's about to be out of the game as soon as we start. So everyone's invested, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one's drunk. No one's fucked up yet. We all just got there. This is probably a third hand in the game. They put the I guess it's called the I don't know, the flop down, and it's like a 3 whatever it is. There was a queen and a jack on the board, and then when they both flip over their cards, when the guy flipped over the cards next to me, I saw a queen and a jack, and then I looked at the board and I said, he has 2 pair. And right when I said that, the guy to the right of me, who was also looking at his dick, said the words 2 pair. Like we almost said it at the same time. Like we both like called it. We're like, he has 2 pair, and to see what the other guy had. And when I looked back at his 2 pair, his jack literally in my face turned from a jack to a 2. Like I blinked and then it was a 2. And then he was like, he has 2 pair. And he looked over. He's like, no, he has a jack too. And I didn't even say anything. And the guy to my right said, I could have sworn that jack just turned into a 2.
I don't like that.
Isn't that weird?
I don't
and
like
the dude,
that.
And the dude to my left who had the hand, he goes, yeah, I mean, I thought I had 2 pair, but I think they just confused me. He like blamed us. But it's like the 3 of us saw 2 pair.
And he's not like cheating because he'd be cheating away from winning rather than...
No, it turned like in the blink of an eye, like he was holding it and the jack just turned into a 2. And I saw it and I was like confused.
Frank is a fucking skeptic.
He said that cheating with a partner, that's the way to cheat.
How well do you trust this guy?
Yeah, why would he cheat to have a worse hand, Bobby? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that was my thought. Why would you cheat down? Like, yeah, that's crazy. Do you think the gods of these things fucking have stake in who wins this poker game? Like, to what degree are things being manipulated?
These are the 2 options.
Okay.
I think either it was a glitch in the universe, and maybe like if you think about it, like it's sort of like a butterfly effect thing. Like if he would have won that hand, maybe if he would have had that extra money, maybe that would have determined him winning the whole game, and he had an extra $100 and he went out of his way to go buy his wife flowers and died in a car accident. You know what I mean? Like I think of it like things like that.
Right.
maybe it was something like that. Or maybe the three of us, I don't know, I don't remember the hands before that, had talked about twos in the hand before that. So we were thinking about twos. And maybe because the queen is curved like this at the top, we were all still thinking about the hand before. And
No,
like
all three of you mistaking a two for a jack. That's
well, one of the guy with the hand was like, I thought I had two pair, but no, I must have been confused. He was weird about it. Like he wasn't sure what he had.
that doesn't make any sense. He's all in on a poker game. He should be absolutely sure what he has. It just doesn't make sense.
Exactly. And he was like, yeah, I thought I had two pair, but I was confused.
Yeah, my mom and I had a weird thing that we blew off because it was such a like thing that we couldn't possibly make a big deal out of because it was such a casual like experience in our homes. But I came home from work like early on a Thursday. This was maybe like a month ago. And I was excited to like see my parents before they went to bed because that's not usually the case. And I went to my room and dropped my stuff and like put a robe on and went down to go take a shower. And as I passed through my mom's bedroom, I was like, that's weird. It's weird that she's not here. I wonder where she went. And I remember like almost asking my dad, like, hey, where's mom? Like, did she go to a friend's house? Like whatever. But I didn't. I just got in the shower. And then I got out of the shower and went back upstairs and got dressed. And when I came back down, my mom was like, what time did you get home? Where have you been? And I was like, I got home like an hour and a half ago. I came downstairs and took a shower. I was looking for you and you weren't there. And she was like, what are you talking about? For hours, I've been sitting in my bedroom on a Zoom call. Like, and the way where she sits in her bedroom is right by the door to the bathroom that I was showering in.
So
like
she just never saw you.
She never saw me and she was looking for me to come home and I never saw her and I was looking for her. Like her room was quiet. Like the lights were out. Nobody was in the room. It was an empty bedroom, 100%. There's no place to fucking hide. But we missed each other.
Could it have been that she walked away for a moment and like turned off her lights in her bedroom?
I mean, we went through.
Did she ever leave for 20 minutes?
We went through all of this, but she said that she'd been sitting in her room for hours on a Zoom call with one of her clients, and she never heard anybody in the shower. She never saw me pass. Like I took a long shower feet away from where she was, where you could literally hear the shower going. It was just a fucking weird thing. And I questioned her about it so much. I was like, you didn't go into the garage, like throw in a thing of laundry or something, like anything. And she was like, no, I have not left this room.
Weird.
It was like we like crossed realities for a minute and just weren't in the same place, even though we were.
Weird. That's super weird.
And it was soon enough after it happened that we had this whole conversation about it that we both like trusted our memory 100%. This had like just happened where we were both like, hey, where have you been? I've been looking for you in the house. And like we both thought each other wasn't home. It was just weird. I don't have a huge house like that. Like the entire upstairs of my house is under construction right now. We only have the downstairs really.
Did I tell you that person wrote back on the comment, the ghost one?
No.
Did you see?
No.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Because this person I don't trust. I officially don't trust this person. Although I do think my Uncle Jackie is no longer in my house right now because it's under construction.
Because why?
I don't feel his spirit there anymore.
Alex?
Do you hear me?
Alex?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Why the sudden interference?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Now you're going to scare me.
That was weird. You literally just went completely out and I could hear everybody else but you.
Damn it. I'm not even in my own home sweet home where I know the ghosts. Now I can't.
I didn't try to.
Now I can't hear you. Talk again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
They said, I didn't try to scare you, but that's what happened to me. My name is Denise. Have you noticed Kim hasn't been back to your home?
You've been out of the state. I mean, the very last time we saw each other, you were in my home.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, no, my Uncle Jackie has no problem with you being there. I'm certain of it.
Cool.
But I'm not surprised if he's out haunting Denise right now because my house is not as chill as usual. There's not enough places to like for a ghost to like comfortably sit.
Right. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on in my house. They have COVID. He's like out.
Do you want to hear a couple glitch in the matrices before we go?
Yeah, because now I'm in this spooky mode.
Okay, so there's one I read. It said, met a random girl who shares an exact memory and situation that I have. To make this brief, my older brother died in 2000. Prior to this, he once was driving me in his Jeep when I was about 10 years old. In the Jeep, he had the Song 2 by Blur playing in his car, and he was dancing while driving, waving his arms, yelling, Wahoo! I kept this memory alive by having my license plate as Wahoo. Today, I met a random stranger at a hockey game. The hockey game happened to play the same song, and this girl turned to me and said, my older brother played this once in his Jeep. I was completely confused and I asked her to say that again. And she said, and she went on to explain that her brother died in 2000. And I asked her what her license plate said. And she said it says Wahoo and that she's from New Hampshire. What are the odds that this would happen to me?
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
People are saying they might be soulmates.
I mean, maybe. Does he still know her? I want an update.
I don't know.
I wish people left their phone number along with their Reddit
so you
posts.
Could call them after.
And call them and be like, hey, man, whatever happened with Stacy from the game?
Oh, fuck. You want to hear this one?
Yeah, but let me stop you because I saw, there's a TikTok trend going on right now that's like, tell me what your craziest DMT experience ever was. And I saw one where a guy was like, it was the year 2002. It was my, let me think. Fuck. Yeah, it was 1986. It was my 20th birthday. I decided to take a hit of DMT at my birth time just to see what would happen, like at the exact time that I was born. And I took a hit. And when I came out of it, I was 6 years old in the year 2000. And I've just been living this life now.
No.
Yeah. Isn't that fucked up? And the guy, when you saw the look on his face, I was like, I believe you. I don't know why, but I do.
What?
That, yeah, like he just became a different person and just lived out another life.
That's crazy.
Isn't that great?
That's a great story.
I just want to like qualify that, like, I'm not even sure if I think these stories are true, but I love hearing them.
The stories are good. The stories are good regardless.
They get my heart thumping.
Same. They get my something thumping.
They get me thumping.
They get my something thumping. So this one I didn't even read yet, but it has a bunch of upvotes. I'm just going to read it. My mother was murdered when I was 16. About 3 or 4 months later, my aunt got a static-filled phone call one night with my mom's voice saying, I'm okay, tell the kids I love them. About the same time, I walked into my grandparents' house early one evening. I lived with them, and nobody was home when I got there that day. I heard my mom's voice say my name clear as day. I don't even know where the voice came from, and immediately looked in the direction in the corner where the phone was located. There was nothing there. Scared me out of my wits. I later told my grandmother about it. She said, your mommy didn't mean to scare you. She won't bother you anymore.
Weird. I like that one.
That one's nice.
That one's kind of nice. And like, and the phone call happened and he looked over at the phone when he heard it. That's great. That one's good.
One more?
One more.
Okay. This says, I'm still shitting my pants over this. About 30 seconds ago, I was sitting on the couch as my dog walked by to go sit on her bed. We have behind the L part of the sectional. She had something small caught in her throat last night, I think a popcorn shell, so I was paying attention to her breathing just to make sure she got it out. For a few minutes, she was breathing fine, and then what sounded like a light snore started happening. This is semi-normal for her depending on what position she's laying in, so I didn't go over to check. And then it went on for about 5 minutes until the most disgusting and, to my realization, terrifying snore, cough, wheeze sound started to happen. I go over to her to make sure she's okay. In that exact moment, I look at her. The bed at her bed, the sound stopped mid-breath and she wasn't there. She was outside with my parents and had been for about 30 minutes. There's no way to get out of the room without walking past me. I don't know whose fucking dog I saw and what was making that creepy ass sound 5 feet away from me. I hate that one.
No, thank you. Demon
Hate
dog?
it.
Nah, not for me. No demon pets in my house.
That person is a movie writer because that is terrifying.
Yeah, that's bad. Man, it's like whenever we read these stories, I have this like all at once feeling of wanting one of them to happen to me, but also definitely not.
No, I'm good with the story.
I don't know.
I'll take the story.
Yeah, when it happens, it is kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the idea of playing cards changing because it's like that's something as a kid I like struggled with the idea of like how much my thoughts really do have a power over things, right? Mm-hmm. So like if you're playing a card game and you really want to win it, like if I haven't looked at my cards yet, I'd be thinking positive thoughts. Like I have good cards. I have to think positive or else my cards won't be good. Like,
but I'm always like, if you want it too much, is the universe going to think you're being selfish and not give it to you?
I don't know. But the thought being like, I've come to terms as an adult with the fact that like, once the cards are dealt, those are the cards that you have. I don't like the idea that the universe might just be fucking switching my cards mid-hand because of a thought I had. It's annoying, and I hate it. Kim's gone.
Sorry, I couldn't close that door. I could only just see into the corner of my dark room, and it was freaking me out.
Oh, I know. I'm getting spooked out too. I'll tell you, as soon as you couldn't hear my audio a minute ago, it started to spook me for some reason. Like, how come we started talking about the ghosts in my house and then the audio fucking cut out?
I don't know. It was really weird.
Annoying.
I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean,
everything's creepy.
The way that I could buy into these things so easily just because like any kind of conspiracy.
I believe everything.
Yeah. Any kind of conspiracy thing is like so much fun.
I'm just bored. I'm in quarantine. Of course I'll believe a story. I'm falling for everything I see on TikTok. If I see two kids kiss and they call each other brother and sister, I'm like, that's true. When it's for sure just a couple pretending to be brother and sister for viral attention.
Did you see the video of the couple? It was so good. I'm going to send it to you if you don't have it. There's this video of this couple that are like having an argument and the dude's like, I just wish I could be more emotional around you. And he starts crying. And then he puts his head down and he looks directly at the camera while he's crying. And I can't figure out what I'm watching every time I watch this video. Is it real? Is it fake? Is it for attention? TikTok, if you're not on TikTok, you are fucking missing out. I'll tell you, this morning, waiting online for my COVID test, I cried for about 45 minutes. Then I remembered that I had headphones with me and I put TikTok on and I was like a fucking 4-year-old with an iPad.
And you just ignored your boyfriend for 4 hours in the cold.
I was fine. I just sat there all happy with my TikTok.
Listen, if you have nothing to do, TikTok, man. It makes the time. It's literally a time machine. It'll make an hour go by in 10 minutes. It's a time machine. I think it's got some weird shit to it.
It does have weird shit to it.
Just walked by my window when I said that.
It's another thing that makes me feel like I have a warm blanket on me. Like sometimes you open up TikTok and you're like, yeah, none of my own thoughts for the next hour.
The way sometimes I'm not even watching TikTok, I'll just open and close the app if I'm busy. Just to make sure it still exists. It's crazy. I'm addicted.
There's also something to be said about like I produce Legion of Skanks and half of the videos that I see on TikTok shock me to my core.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe that people are putting this content out there. It's shocking to me.
Yes, it's good. It's really good.
So good.
To be honest, we should have a TikTok segment where we just pull up our favorite TikToks of the week.
Okay, I'll start sending my favorite ones to you.
Because
the content,
we should do at least 3 or 4 a week because it's incredible content.
The content is so good that I'm like, I truly can't believe the app is free. It's fucking wild.
I know. The comments are good.
It's worth more than I'm paying for Disney Plus. Like I would pay for this like people are
if I had to choose between Netflix or TikTok, I'd say goodbye to Netflix.
Me too. Me easily. I want to know what's going on with the people. I want to see.
Nothing has ever entertained me more, and it's also informative.
It's wonderful. It's 10 out of 10.
It's a good app. Thank you, China.
Thank you, China. Thank you, Chinese.
Thank you, Chinese. All right, let's end it there. You guys, thank you so much for listening to another episode of Broad Topics. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on TikTok and Instagram at Kim Congdon. Alex, what about you?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar. And do not forget to subscribe to gasdigitalnetwork.com. If you use promo code TOPIX, TOPIX, you're going to get a 14-day free trial with access to every single episode of every show on the network on demand in HD, bonus episodes, live chat, everything you could want. That's gasdigitalnetwork.com, promo code TOPIX.
Yes, please make sure to go do that. And I also forgot to promote that I'm streaming on Twitch now. So if you guys like Twitch, like watching video games, follow me on twitch.tv/QueenCong1.
How do I get in on that?
Or follow.
I want to get in. How do I get in and stream with you? Is that possible?
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yes, we should be streaming together for sure. We'll talk about it after this.
Yay.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.